Hello. Let's see if everything works because guys, I changed a few things and now seems okay actually. I changed few things. I changed few things and I'm testing. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Okay, I'm ready, nearly ready, nearly ready, nearly ready, nearly ready. Nearly ready. Nearly ready. Ready. Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. And welcome to another stream of Plane Shift where we make games. Oh yes, we make games. So today I really want to work on character improvement, but before, because I received the last package, I received the last package of the commission of the character improvements, and so it is time to check it and to actually move on with that, which is fantastic, which is really, really fantastic. They are not, you know, it's not a revolution, like I said already the other time, right? It's not a revolution, is an incremental improvement, okay? So that is how you should see it. You should see it as an incremental improvement. But before doing that, I want to fix this weapon, which is one of the last missing. It's one of the last. I don't know if I want to do this sharp. I have no idea. Is one of the last missing, right? So if I subdivide here, no, it's not doing it right. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, let me... what if I quad? Because there is a problem. If I quad, this part is getting destroyed. And it's very annoying. Why is not doing... because he already separated. He already split it. Okay. I know what I'm doing. It doesn't look like, but I know what I'm doing, okay? I know it doesn't look like, but believe me. But believe me. Believe me, guys! By the way. Okay, so we want to scale this in the non-zero. No. Oh, fuck. Well, okay, fine. We can do this. We can do this. Don't worry. Bro, if I want to cut between here and here, why is not possible? Okay, GG. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I definitely made a mistake. I take full responsibility for it. Okay, now. Now we should be okay, huh? Okay, now it's okay. Now is okay. The only question is how much, but I think is it? Is it good? Well, at least it's better. Yeah, I think it's better. Okay, so this is one thing I wanted to do. Let me save it so that we start from here. This was one thing I wanted to do on this weapon. Hello, Alpi. Hey, I see you're coming to see me often. That's very nice of you. Thank you. You are becoming a regular. Which is good. So what I want to do, I want to clear, you know. Oh, so today we work on characters. Today we work on characters, but before that, I need to fix this weapon because it's one of the last. I'm trying to go fast because I only have from now to 8, and then unfortunately I have to meet some friends tonight, which is a super bad idea. No, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, I don't want to say bad things, but no, I mean it's nice, but my passion for this game is insane. So I really like working on it. I really like working on it. It's so fun. So it surpasses pretty much anything else. So what I want to do, I want to improve this, wait, this as a minimum, but I would say probably also this, right? So we're going to subdivide all of that, and then we are going to scale it on the Y, so it becomes slightly more round, right? I don't know exactly what is the curve, but I think this is the curve. And then we are going to do this part as well. Well, actually this one probably will require also these other vertices, right? So I think I need to K like this, and I need to K like that. And yeah, I really want to work on the characters because I think that the next release will include the new upgrades to the weapons that I did, and the new characters, and I think it would be very nice. think it would be a very nice release. Very, very nice release. Right? So like this is way more round. Before it was pretty bad. I don't know if you want to improve also this part. Yeah, the texture still needs to be upgraded, guys. Yes, I mean I like to watch game development when I'm developing. Ah, that is what you do, huh? Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I do the same sometimes, but not when I'm streaming. Not when I'm streaming. So this part in the middle, this part in the middle, what do we do with it? Let me upgrade the texture so that we see a bit better, and then we go with the. So let me open. Galcardia. Ay. Then what? This one was a weird one, huh? Ay. Improving the texture of this one is a problem because it was drawn manually, very messy and not really. Ay. Huh. This one most likely we will have to redo, but fine. Fine. I mean, not, but you see that in the old texture, you know, it was looking like this. But now if I upgrade it, you will really see the lines, and I think it looks kind of weird. Well, it still look. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's just weird, right? Just a very weird weapon. But I think that this part should be transformed into a kind of a pattern, right? Not lines like that. Okay, yeah, we will have to change that, but we cannot do it now. So I'm feeling we need another loop here, and we need another loop here. We need to make this whole thing more. So let's start with this and this as a minimum, right? And we will move this out, right? So that is more round. But I think we need another loop probably here and another loop here, right? There was also a problem of is it still there or not? Let me see. Huh? I don't see it. Where is the... No, it's actually fine. It is actually fine. Okay, nice. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. This texture is kind of strange. It's very, very strange. Meanwhile, it started raining here. So we had a new loop, and I think we scaled the loop on the non-Z, right? And we make it like that. So I still feel it's very rough. But it's probably better than before. Yes and no. I have to change the music. Hello, Hulam. Hello, hello. I have to stream now because this evening I'm not here. And so I wanted to move on with the characters. I wanted to move on with the characters, but this is the last weapon to be improved. I don't know. I think the texture looks a bit weird, but you know what? I think it's okay. Let me export it this way. And then we is anyway an improvement. We added about 50 or so. I mean, we added more rounded stuff. You see, before it was very rough, mainly here at the bottom and here, right? It was very, also here it was all square, right? It was all square here, 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 here. Now the new model, yeah, the new model here is more round. And now that we import the new texture, it should look better. But yeah, I think we have a bit of a problem with this texture actually, but fine. Yeah, I think it looks slightly better. Well, it's still a very weird weapon if you look at it, you know. And this part is all weird lines, so I think we will have to change this, but for now it will do, right? For now it will do. Let me convert also the B and the C. To B. The B and the C. We will probably have to rework this, but fine. Okay, so we re-import the B. And we re-import the C. Okay. And now we just test how it looks, right, with a new texture. So B looks like this, okay, and C looks like that. Okay, I think it's fine. Is it inside out or he has any weird... Because I see a bit of shadow. Are we using auto smooth, huh? Okay, fine. I think it's okay. Okay. Done. Done. Okay, let's move to the topic of today. The topic of today is are characters, right? Because I finally received the last package for our characters, right? If you remember right, we have commissioned, right? We have commissioned the geometry updates for all the character, excluding the Lemur, because they're already new, and the Alien F because it's already new. So there is actually pack 5, and actually has been completed. So we now have all the characters. Now, and these characters I didn't download yet. So I have to go, first of all, I have to go and check if they are really good or not, or if they need rework, because sometimes it happens. Unfortunately, this artist is never putting the freaking release version. I don't know why. Anyway. They're math revision 1, right? Okay, I'm downloading the packages. Derm M revision 1. Now the complexity will be to understand which one we want modified, because they are not perfect, unfortunately. I've seen some errors already, but I didn't want to stop the work, right? I wanted to ensure that we went to the end of it, and then we do the necessary small updates. Okay. Okay, now here it starts the mess. Okay, let's start with the easy ones, right? The easy ones are revision, the last ones, right? So let me say approved revision, right? Approved revision. So for the Dermorian F, well, we still have to check it, right? But the last one that we received is 1111. For the Klyros F and M, F actually has a revision 4. Oh my god. It has been reworked like a boss. And this is a revision 3. For the Stonehammer, I have the male one, I have revision 3. And for the female, I have revision 2. For the Yankee, actually I have only one revision. Wow. So they were correct on the spot. That's a bit weird. That's kind of weird. For the Alien M, we also have revision 1 only. For the Cran, we have revision 1, revision 2. So we have revision 2. And for the Diaboli male, revision 2. And Diaboli female, also revision 2. Okay. Okay. So these are all the ones that we received. Now let's check the last 4, because the last 4 I didn't check them yet, right? So Dermorian F, Dermorian M. I'm extracting the files. Noltri Ref. In Noltri M. Okay. Let's go. Okay, there is the Dermorian female. What we want to check, so there is already the new one, right? The first thing we want to check, which is a very brutal check, is just to put together all the pieces, excluding the torso plate, just putting the normal plate, right? We put together all the pieces and we just merge them all, and we see the actual resolution. Very reasonable. Consider that these are quad, while these are triangles, right? So the overall resolution of this is, wow, 7,400. Okay. So we went a bit above for this particular character, but it's okay. Where do we have the 7,000? I think it's mostly face and maybe a bit here. Okay, the second thing we need to check if there are no gaps, right, between the different part of the torso, right? So this is where we have to torso, legs. We can compare it with the old one in case we need to check that the connections are actually correct. Yeah, this seems to be fine actually. This seems to be fine. I mean, the ears could have used one more polygon here, but fine. Fine. So if we compare it with the old one, right, because we obviously have the old one, which is a good comparison. So this was the old character, right? We can put on the same A, right? So join it. You see, so the old character was 2K, 2000 polygons. The new one is 7,000, so is way more smooth and right. So this is the old one. This is the new one. Now I see a bit of a mess here. Let me see what is going on. I don't know exactly what happened here. I mean, the old one was like this, right? Why the new one must be? I mean, I don't know if it's because we don't want, but I don't know. I think it's a bit rough, right? So like these vertices should not be there. These vertices should be here, right? So this one is fucked up. There is no. No, this one I will ask to redo it. I don't know. It's very uneven, right? It's very uneven. It's very uneven. I don't like it. Is it the same both sides? Usually these things are mirrored, so should be the same. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like this, you know? No, I'm not accepting this. I'm not accepting this. I'm not accepting this. I'm not accepting that. What the fuck? Why I always need to check everything? Otherwise, you know, people are not giving me the right stuff. Why I always have to check every single thing? Why why people cannot just do their job? Why? I mean, it's good that I have a good eye for the problems, right? But maybe they don't see it. I don't know. But let me see the year compared to the old one. I think the year was not touched. Yeah, pretty much. The year was not touched. I see a bit of okay. Okay, so geometry wise, why this thing is separate? Huh? Bro. Okay, well, okay. So let's start the review. This needs updates, so I would send the updates. So comments for Dermorian female, right? So Dermorian female has the following problems. This I don't understand what is this, right? So this Air 01, you know, Air 01 has a weird block, one-sided. So this will be a screenshot, right? So Air 01 Okay, we're gonna send the screenshot. I'm sending the screenshot to the artist. So here in the freaking hand, I don't know what happened really. So there is very strange geometry, right? Very strange geometry there. Is it in both hands? In theory, it should be in both hands because these are mirrored. Actually, not. It's only on one end. Interesting. I don't know why. It is a bit strange that it's only on one side, but fine. So okay. So this problem number one, this problem number two. Now this hand, I don't know if this hand is really, you know. I mean, it looks like it looks like this cut, right, is very strange, and also this cut is very strange. The left hand is a bit better, but the right hand. I mean, I understand that it's pretty much a translation of the old character, you know, with additional polygons. I understand that, so they didn't really remodel it. I kind of get it, but so they added the new polygons and they, you know, sculpted it. So this is what they did. I understand that. So if you translate this right into the new model, like this shit, for example, right? So yeah, it was already shit in the old model, right? So that's yes, it was already shit in the old model. Yeah. So they didn't look at it, right? I mean, the left hand, the right hand definitely looks a bit weird, right? But it was looking weird already in the old model. Okay. I mean, these are kind of minor things, right? But definitely, like, this should be slightly more outside. But also here, there are few polygons that are like fucked up. Like this, what is this? What is this, right? I mean, it seems to me that it's been translated. I would not say automatically because probably not, but it's been translated, you know, kind of quickly. And I understand that because, but the result, I mean, we cannot have this overlapping shit, right? So okay, let me send this one. I don't know, I think that probably the person is working in sculpt mode and is not really seeing these anomalies, but it's not very good. Cioè, ci deve essere un you must have a border. I was saying it in Italian, right? But the border is like here between these two legs, right? If I remove if I remove this, right? You see these two borders are completely fucked. I mean, this one is one way, this one is another way. So I don't know. I mean, anyway, that's fine. So if you look at this border, right, how it was in the old character and how it is in the new character, it is very different. Now in the old, it was really a full glove, right? It was a full glove. In the new character, is not a full glove for whatever reason, which I may kind of agree, but I don't know. I mean, it's not hard to see. I mean, it's not hard to see. It's not hard to see. It's not hard to see, bro. It's not hard to see. So what's the complexity in understanding this? So the old model was better than the new one in this case, right? It was. So the new model cannot be worse than the old. There's no way. Huh? Cannot feel only that? No, I cannot. Oh, no. GG. GG. 去 I don't know. It looks like, you know, it's not comparing it back to the old one. I don't know. It's no comparison with the old one. Just open the old and see how it is. So here it was a full glove. Here is just a blob, right? It cannot be a blob. Holy moly. How many years you developing in? I'm developing it since I was born, pretty much. And I was born long time ago, old P. Consider our first release was in 2002, just to give you a sense. And before that, the game was another. The game was 2D before being 3D. Can you believe it? It was. Hello, Phoenix. What is this? These are the new characters that we received. They are a commission. So this is the old character. You see the amount of polygons, right? You see the amount of polygons, which was very low, and it is the new. It is the new one, which is definitely better polygons and better shape, and I mean, not always better shape, but anyway, this will help us, you know, to improve the. I mean, when for example, when this leg will flex, right? When this leg will flex, we will have a lot more polygons now than we had before, right? You see. So this was the old one, like Lara Croft Tomb Raider first version, right? Pretty much. So, yeah. So we commissioned this stuff, so we are paying for it, and this is why I'm a bit critical on the results. And I'm trying to, well, I mean, it's good. The change is good, but it still has a lot of errors that has to be fixed. So what I'm doing now, I'm analyzing, you know, all the pieces and try to see how those have been upgraded, right? And to see if they actually fit or not. And also, I'm always comparing with the old one because I want to see the changes that they made, right? In certain cases they did changes, in other cases they didn't, like probably this hair was not really changed. No, it was smoothed a bit, yeah, which is nice. Yeah, which is nice. So for now we are checking the geometry. We received the 4 characters, which are the 4 the 4 missing ones. So we I'm looking, there are no gaps, you know, between the hair and the face. I'm looking at, you know, anomalies or anything else. This one looks good. How different it is from the old one, I have no idea. I mean, some have been modified, others not. Yeah, this one has been modified as well. So there has been some work done on this as well, so which is great. Which is really good. Okay, and then we check the robe, right? We check the robe. The robe is actually changing a bit the position of the ends of the arm. I don't know if I really like that, but I think at the end it is fine. What is this? Maybe there is a hoodie. Yeah, there was a hoodie already. There was a hoodie already. Yeah, but also here, you know, I mean, can we have a freaking... Okay. I mean, it's evident that this has been sculpted and not vertex, not done with, you know, not done with vertexes. It's pretty evident. I think that is fine. It is closed at the bottom. It was closed at the bottom as well in the previous one, right? Yeah. Okay. I think that is fine. I think it is fine. I mean, I'm looking at this, but fine. There's probably a belt of some kind. I can do some small adjustments myself in case, but I think it's okay. Same performance? No, because we are moving from like 2000 polygons to 8000 polygons, so we have four times the polygons. But consider that with this change, we are basically moving from the 90s to the 2000, right? So a real character today is probably 5 times this one, right? Or more. A real, I mean, like if you take any new game, but they have a different budget, right? In terms of poly count and everything, so they have a very different budget. So we are not we don't want our game to run slow on a good PC, right? Like pretty much all new games do, right? So they run slow on a relatively new PC, and only if you have the beast PC, then they run okay, right? So this is not our target, also because we cannot really follow that target. It's kind of impossible for us. Okay, so yeah, okay, so this was the geometry check. Now we have to do a texture check, right? Texture check is basically to bring back the character with the previous texture and pretty much see if is fitting well or not. For example, here I see on the boob there is a bit of a warp, right? Due to this, but this is kind of a minor warp, but definitely there is, right? There is. You see that the easiest way to do it, even 8K is low. Yeah, I agree. Well, consider the character then as, you know, as a weapon, a shield, maybe as a torso plate, as a bracers, you know, as different hair. So at the end, probably we reach like 12 or so. But yeah, I think it's low, yeah. But I think it's good for me. I mean, this resolution to me is fine. This resolution to me is okay. I mean, obviously we could, you know, create the eyes for real, you know, and at the moment the eye is just a texture on a flat surface, right? So when you look at the side, from the side, it looks like that. But today, you know, games have you know, everything modeled, right? Everything modeled. The eyes, the teeth, the tongue, I mean, everything is super, right? every muscle is there, but we don't want to do that. And remember that we are in an MMO situation, right? So potentially 100 players, right, will be on screen at the same time. So we have to take care of that, I guess. Torso chain. Why? No, this is using hands. Yeah. I want to put on the chain because the chain is more intricate, and you can see the warping better, right? On the chain. Another way to see the warping, which is actually very nice, is just to use the checkerboard texture. So if you create now, I think I should do it for every character, but pretty much. If I create a new texture and I call it checkerboard, right? And then I go here and I take, let me see, because I did it recently. Yeah, exactly. So I take texture coordinate. I take texture coordinates, and then I push the UV into a checker texture, into checker texture color, in this vector, yeah, and then we put the color into the base color, right? This should generate, and now the scale we can decide it, but the scale, yeah. So then we assign all the polygons here to our new checkerboard, right? And maybe then we scale the checkerboard like 20 or so. So here you really see if there are warps, right? For example, I see pretty evidently, there are warps here. So these polygons here are actually warping the texture. So the texture will look slightly off. Now, it is a big deal. Is it a big deal? Probably not. But if you look at this, right, and you look at this, yeah, the first thing you notice is that this vertex, right, this vertex is lower than this one. While here, this vertex is higher than this one, right? So that is potentially part of the warp, right? This one has not been properly fixed. So this one actually should be like this. And potentially these ones also are slightly off. Now, it's not very easy to fix because you will have to touch multiple vertices, like this one, for example, is like that. I mean, it's usually the ratio between, and this one is like that. You see that now it's becoming on this side perfectly square, right? And maybe it cannot really be perfect because we have I don't know if this is getting. It seems that we have some warping going on. Okay, like this is already better, right? Yeah, you see that it's becoming more and more a square. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it would be better, right, if it's if these are kind of square, right? There are no up and down. So for example, how I fixed it now is better than before. Now we still have a problem here at the bottom, but like this is already better than before, right? So yeah, it's definitely better than before. And we will have to do the same fix here. So there is also something that I can send as a request, right? And say, hey, this is broken. I mean, I would say that on the chain, it doesn't look too much, right? It doesn't, maybe here, yeah, here it kind of looks bad. Here it kind of looks bad, yeah. So probably if you see that here is stretched at the bottom. So if I reassign the checkerboard here, we will probably see a warp. Yeah, you see that this is not a square anymore, right? This is the part that I asked to fix already. So here at the back also I see a lot of movement. See a lot of movement. Yeah, like this is stretched, this is fucked up, right? This is really fucked up, right? When you see black going into white like this, it means that the texture is really misplaced, right? And the same here, the texture is really misplaced. While on the bottom here is okay. On the internal part of this thing is okay. I mean, not best, but okay. But this one is pretty bad. This one is pretty bad. There is a lot of warping. This one we should really fix it. I mean, it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. There is a lot of warp, right? And a lot of wrong textures here. There is a lot of stretch. There is a lot of stretch here. I'm sending the notes to the artist. The magic is in the maps. Yeah, for sure, for sure. In fact, you will see that when we will upgrade this texture. I mean, this texture at the moment is very low resolution, right? I don't even remember how much, but it's probably a 256 or 512. So when we move it to 1K or 2K, you will see this anyway getting way better. So between the geometry upgrade and the texture upgrade, I think the character will really look much better. Will really look much better. What the fuck happened here? Oh my god. Yeah, you see? Here you even have faces going inside other faces. So here it is, and here as well, right? Here you have a black face going into a white with a completely different polygon. So the same, there is the same both sides. Well, not really, because this is different than this for whatever reason. So Here you really have weird polygons, right? The problem is that if I have to check this myself, you know, line by line, it's so freaking annoying. Take me forever, bro. I mean, it's very evident because, oops. It's very evident because if you assign the checkerboard, right, you can see. You can see the warping, right? There's significant warping here. I think, you know, artists obviously, I mean, they're trying to maximize their time, and for them is a job, right? So they care up to a certain point. That's the problem. I mean, this artist is okay. I think she can do a good job, but yeah, here there is more warping going on. Because, right, you can upgrade the character, but at the end, if you completely destroy the texture, right, is bad. The feet, for example, seems to be okay. I don't see a lot of warping going on, so it seems to be fine, actually. And yes, the texture will be upgraded, so... I mean, upgraded meaning upscaled, right? I'm not going to redesign the texture also because we have so many. Every character has so many textures that if we have to redesign them all, you know, is going to cost like 30,000 euro. So it's not something we're gonna do. But we can upscale the one that we have, and we can adjust and improve. Okay, I think that is good. Also, I think the hair looks nice. The face looks very nice. The ears probably may... I mean, the ears probably may need... I don't exactly understand what happened to them, but I think they may need a bit of a subdivide and... You know, but this I can do myself, right? May need something like this, right? So it's not a big deal, but overall it's going to look less square and more round, right? I mean, those small changes I can do myself. Definitely. I think the hair looks nice. That's fine. Okay, let's see the torso plate, because so the torso plate. Torso plate is a particularly nice piece on this character. I think it looks very, very nice, and also the texture I think is beautiful. I don't see any particular warping. I mean, I see a bit here, but it's very limited. So I would say that the torso is pretty much good. I mean, it still looks a bit squared, right? But consider that if you look at the old one and you look at this one, I guess that you will see a significant difference. Let me see. Right. So you see like one triangle, right? One triangle, one triangle, one triangle. So here we have, you know, much fine-tuned. So it's basically an additional loop, at least one loop, if not two, just in this area, right? Again, it's not been upgraded crazy, right? It's been upgraded reasonable. Like for example here, I don't know if I agree to these two vertices, right? I don't think I agree, which by the way are the same they were in the old one, but these two vertices to me are really too much. So or we add a new loop here. I would probably add a new loop here, right? And make this part more more like this. And maybe we relax slightly this too, right? But I don't want to do the changes now. I mean, I'm just, you know, reasoning on it. Yeah, something like that. I think that would be more, you know, even. But I don't want to do the changes because based on my feedback, this model is getting modified again. And so, hello, Diego Serdal Puyol. You still here? Yeah, I'm here. It seems that also you are back. She's nice. I think that this part is actually a bit square. I don't know. My feeling is that it could have used a bit more love, right? I may put in like here I will add an additional loop, right? I definitely would do it. I would definitely do it. So I will add another loop here. But I don't want to do it now. So I will take the final from the artist, and then I will change them to my likings, and then only when we say that the geometry is final, we will commission the rigging, right? Because I don't want to do the rigging myself; it's too long. So we will commission anyway the rigging. Okay, I think on this character is pretty much all. Ah no, let me see the robe, right? Let me see the robe. Okay, this is the robe, which usually removes the hair. Yeah. So this is the robe. Do I see? Ah, because there was this chain. Okay, I understand. Why there is a chain on this robe? No idea. But anyway, there is. I see a kind of a warping here. It's not too bad. We can assign, and I see warping here for sure. We can assign the checkerboard and see what happens. No, we don't have it. Ay. Well, some of these pieces may be... oh, wow. It looks very warped here. Yeah, it's not visible, right? It's not visible because this is all green, but actually it is very warped. It is very warped. Oh my god, bro. Hey, it's where they modified it, you know? It's where they did the modification. Is where it is actually getting problematic. Because they modify the polygons, and now here is not very visible, right? So here is kind of acceptable. We could live with that. We could live with that warping. It's not a big deal. There is just a bit, yeah, there is a bit here, a bit there, but it's not dramatic, right? Because this piece is separate from the bottom piece. So these are two separate UV. So it's okay, actually. And also this one is okay because they're two separate UV. But here in the front is one UV and is very bad. I mean, this part is very, very bad. Because it's actually one UV, right? And yeah. This part is definitely a problem. I will have to go around 8, and unfortunately I will not be streaming tonight, but okay, so this completes the review of this character. I think I've sent all the you see how nice it is in this part, right? So there is basically no warping going on. There is just a bit here, but I think it's very reasonable. So the only worst part is here. So that is pretty much for this character. So this character number 1 out of 4 that we have to review. As you can see, is quite, I mean, it takes quite some time even to do the review, right? Okay, so let's go with the male version. Let's go with the male. Let's go with the male. Okay, the check that I'm doing are exactly the same. So I'm removing the torso plate. I'm adding the standard torso armor, torso piece. I'm collecting all these ones with one pyre of air, and I'm joining them. And then I want to see the, so I select all the polygons and I go triangles. And then I want to see what is the total count, right? And in this case, the total count is 5.2. So lower than the lady. But I have to say that it's not bad at all. I think it's very nice, actually. I think it's actually very nice. Congratulations for the butt and for the muscles on the legs. Seems that he's doing some gym. So let's see the original. Let's see the original one, right? This is the original one. We will do exactly the same. Yeah, so you see I mean, the difference is insane, right? The difference is insane between this one and that one. Is insane. Insane. So the upgrade is anyway very, very good. I'm kind of looking at the vertical line, right? It seems that this character is not, I think this character is leaning forward, right? Like this vertical line is not finishing with the back of the feet. It's finishing with the, anyway. It was like this also in the old character. So, okay, so let's start to do some checks. The first check I do is, are there any gaps in the geometry, right? Any gaps between the head and the torso? Any gaps with the hair? Any gaps here in the hands? Right, just to see if there are any problems. It seems not, so it seems it has been done well. Yep, seems it's been done pretty well. Okay, we should ignore the sharp for now. I mean, the sharp is this completely different discussion. Okay, now we look more at the geometry, like for example, you know, these loops. Are these loops, you know, consistent enough and clean? And I would say yes. I would say this is good. This is good. The shape of the torso is very nice. The shape of the butt and the legs is nice. Shape of these things is very nice. Now this section here, right? I don't love it, but probably was like this already in the old character, right? Most likely, yeah, it was already like that in the old character. So it was a bit sacrificed, right? It's a bit small. I mean, this section is a bit small, and here the arm becomes very, very big. Right? Now in the new model has been already mitigated a bit, which I really like. But I think can be mitigated even more, right? So I would really take these ones and just push them in, right? Because it seems like it is now, it seems a bit too much. A bit too muscular, like, but it's okay. I mean, it's an elf, but our elves are a bit different than the typical elves. Okay, so I think it looks very nice. Geometry wise, I think I have no problems. I have no problems with the hands. I have no problem with the main body. Yeah, I think the geometry of this guy is very good, at least the base one. Now, let's see if we can go a bit deeper by... Well, let me just revert it. It's the easiest. Okay. By checking the other pieces, right? So we have multiple hairstyles. And we just want to check if this hairstyle is fully... I really like also how the ears came out. They're very, very nice. I think the old one, the ears were super square. Yeah, exactly. Were mega square. I think I like the work that she did on the ears. I really like it. I mean, as long as they are similar to the female one, right? Which is a good question. Well, kind of. I mean, not really, but... Well, I mean, they are very different. In theory, it's the same race, right? I mean, okay, the skin color is different, but that is not a big deal. But the ears, you know, the ears. I can ask this extra. I mean, I understand that they were probably different already in the original character, right? So I can ask this as an extra thing. I would not consider it as part of the job to normalize the ears of the elves, but actually I think we should. Otherwise, so I like this shape. I really like this shape. But is different from this one, right? I mean, this one do not go to the they are not curved like this, right? While these ones are curved a bit like this, right? And they are going this way, and this one is going this way. But okay, I mean, it's not a big deal, but it's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Maybe we can ask for the normalization later on. Okay, so I think great job here. Great job on the ears. Great job on the overall geometry. I really like it. The hair is good. The robe. Okay, let's check the robe. I see a bit of warping here. I mean, geometry really getting fucked. No. It is pretty bad, and this should be cut off like this and normalized, because was probably like this already in the original, most likely. So it's very possible. Yeah, he was already like this. He was already like this, unfortunately. Yeah. I think this one I can do myself. It was really fucked up in the original model. Really fucked up. Really fucked up. I don't think I can ask as part of the conversion to completely redo this piece. Well, I don't know. I mean... But yeah, it's really nice. But this thing needs to be solved, because I think this will warp so much, right? When you rotate your because there is you know, unrotated. Imagine when you rotate it, and when you rotate your hand and lower arm, this will become a nightmare, right? But it's not the artist's fault, it's the original model that was fucked up. So I would say this one is good. Plate is very nice. Plate is very nice. Good job on that. We are looking at polygons, we are not looking at triangles. Triangles is actually like this. So it's way more detailed. And perfect. Okay, let me give the message that this the geometry on the that is really perfect. It is fantastic. Okay, so no changes needed on geometry. Yes, Okay, now let's look at the texture though, because this is where things may go south. Considering that this is a wow, this is a very old texture. We are not even using this. I think we have a newer one. So this, the one that is linked here, is probably pre. Yeah, let's use the chainmail to see. I see a lot of warping here and here. I see a lot of trouble there. Ay, 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 ay. Maybe it was already like this in the original. I don't know, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Let me close the female. Yeah, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of time even to check, right? I don't see the warping. Well, actually, yes. Okay. I would say there is less warping, like this area is more consistent. But here, this black part is definitely there. So it was already broken in the old model. So it is probably something that I can fix myself. I don't know, depending on the time we want to put on this, but yeah, because for whatever reason he was using. Why was he using this piece? I don't know. I mean, he's using this piece, but he's using it very badly, right? Like, you see this vertex? It's completely off. This vertex and this vertex are completely off. Exactly. If you put it like this, start to be, well, kind of, really. Yeah, but definitely better than before, right? And now here we have a problem because this one should be more like this than like that. But yeah, it's been put here because there is not enough space in this texture. Otherwise it becomes another border. But yeah. Okay, this is a texture. This is an original texture problem, right? So maybe I can fix it myself, but it will look as good as the old one, pretty much. We have to think what to do, yes, here. On these two polygons, we have to think what to do. Because I think probably the idea is just to start, you know, more from the back, right? So to move all of this more at the back here, so you have more space for this guy to actually conclude, right? Or not. Well, yes and no. No, it's just that that is really taking too much space. Yeah. There's not a very good solution. I mean, we could section it. We could section it and map this piece. Yeah, this is probably what I'm gonna do. But okay, on the new model, that part is suffering like the old one was. It seems that it's suffering even more on this one because But here I think we did some damage, huh? Did we? Well, yeah, we did some damage. We did some damage with these two vertexes. Yes, some damage was done. Yeah, some damage was done there. That's for sure. And some damage was done on this wall line, right? Because you see that this wall line is not horizontal, while here is horizontal. I mean, there was already a problem, but the texture warp here is insane. So it's not really a problem of this particular, right, artist or whatever. I think the chain mail is always the best because you see the warping so much better than anything else. Also here there is quite some warping that it was not, this one was not there in the old model. Yeah. It's not keeping it on. UV into checkerboard vector, right? And then 20. I mean, actually, it doesn't look that bad if you look at it from the checkerboard point of view. Why? Ah, because it's this part. Yeah, it's not this part that is broken, it's this part that is broken, right? But it doesn't look that bad here. I mean, it's a bit broken here. It's definitely broken here. Here is super broken. Okay, this one is fine. The rest to me looks fine. Yeah, there is definitely a small fuck up here, which I don't know if it was already in the old, but definitely is in the new. There is a bit of a fuck up between these polygons and this polygon, but it is something I can fix myself. Here I don't know. Here it looks very broken. Can I close this so I don't click on it every time? Feet, we have what? We have foot plate, Foot plate, okay. Foot plate, yeah, it was already like this, which is very bad, by the way. So I think this one I will just fix it myself. I don't know why it's so warped, but it was already broken in the old. It was already broken in the old, significantly. So it's all warped. It's all warped. It's all warped. I think the reason is that we are unwrapping pretty much the wall feet in one. Yeah, but still there is no. Yeah, I think we are unwrapping also this part, right, in one chunk, and this looks anyway completely fucked up. I will have to figure out what is the problem, but yeah, these things are completely compressed, right? Look at this. Look at this shape and look at this shape, right? So it's compressed like a million times. So it's plus there is this vertex wrong, this vertex wrong, this vertex wrong. I mean, it's all wrong. It's completely fucked up. It's completely wrong. This thing is completely wrong. So I will yeah, so it's more like this, even if you may say it looks the same, right? But it's more like that than like this. But it's yeah. Anyway. Okay, that is not an issue. I mean, it's an issue, but it was already an issue, so GG. What happened here? What happened here? Here we have significant issue. Let me see how it was in the old. Maybe it was already in the old, but yeah, it's very likely. But that is really bad to see. And yeah, it was exactly the same shit in the old. So yep, is fucked up. I think the reason is, let me see, where is this? Well, in theory though, it should be matching, because apart the quality of the texture, right? But Yeah, it seems it is really rotated wrong, right? You see that in theory this part should match with this part. It is not matching at all. So like this should go there and this should go there, right? And now, I mean, now is correct. Well, it's likely better. Yeah, we have to remember this one. I cannot do it now, but we will do it. We will do it. We have to do it both hands. Oh, by the way, on the right side is correct. Really? So it's only the left that is fucked up, or did I do it on both? Maybe I did it on both. No, the right side is correct. The right side is correct. Yep. I mean the left of the character. Yeah, yeah. So there is just a fuck up here on the left side. Okay. We can fix that later on, it's not a problem. Let's see if we have any other major issues. I mean, these face textures are still holding after like 20 years, which is insane. These are the original face textures that we had at that time, right? So probably at that time they were insanely good. I don't know. The problem is that the geometry was bad, and so they were probably not looking good, right? But I mean, they are still holding today. I mean, this is not a bad texture, right, for the face. Yeah, they're still kind of holding, which is insane. Insane! Insane! Do you think we have a warping here? I don't know. Could be. Uh-oh, that was a bad idea. Yeah, there was a bit of... Yeah, you can see it here. I can fix these parts myself slowly. I mean, I'm not too scared about that. I can do it. If it's just small fixes here and there, I think it's easier if I do it. Then I just ask the artist to fix it. I think I selected the female instead of the male or something like that. Dermorian male. Chain I have to do, not plate. Yeah, it was already like that. It was already a bit fucked up there. It's okay. We can I can do a round of fixes. Huh? We don't have a chain, right? Easy. Okay. Because it's not called chain. It's under chain, but it's not called chain. Yeah, I just wanted to see that these were done by purpose, and yes, they are done by purpose. This is the chain that is going in, right? These are done by purpose. Okay, I think we have very few fixes on the very few fixes needed on the Dermorian mail. The Dermorian mail is pretty much in good shape, which is fantastic. So this one does not require a lot of fixes. Actually, only one fix here at the bottom. But apart from that, everything. No, the robe. Wait. There is the robe that we need to check. So we shut down this and we put this on. Is this the wait? This is the old model. Wait. I'm looking at the old model. So the plate is fine. The robe. I see a lot of warping here. I see a lot of warping there, which maybe was already here, huh? That's very possible. I really hope that we can do the full set with the same artist so that it's done once and for all. Dermorian mail robe. Nope, was not warped in the old one. Was not warped in the old one. Except here on the right. So this is the only place where you know what is the problem, guys, that I unfortunately have to go. But I will be back tomorrow, okay? I will be back tomorrow. Are they are now the most smart in the game? Why? Because they have bigger ears or what? With the Toreador suite for the Lady Dwarf. Toreador, what is that? We will reach that soon. But we will, yeah. We will do all of them, so you will see the Dwarf Lady. Dwarf Lady, I think, came out very well. Came out very, very nice. But yeah, I have to go. I'm just sending this last this last comment, right? I'm just sending this last comment. Okay guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. If you want to click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, that will help me and it costs you nothing. Also, consider that you can download our game. You can go here in planeshift.it, click on download now and download it for Windows, for Linux and for Mac. And I will see you tomorrow, for sure tomorrow evening, maybe also tomorrow afternoon. Maybe. I don't know, but it's possible. Bye bye. Bye bye.